Hey everybody, Adam Savage here in my cave, in a part of the cave we don't often visit. Here, let me move my ladder. No. This is one of my nut and bolt sorters. This is the big hardware. This is 1/4 20, 5/16 18, 3/8 16, and 1/2 13. These are the sort of bread and butter bolts of an American shop, and I've got hex heads, cap heads, button heads, and then I've got nuts and washers for all of them. And this is a really short one. It's almost going to be in one take. But the reason I'm doing this is because I wanted to talk about the shop as an evolution. Because it is a constantly evolving machine for making. That is the way I think of a shop. And I built this machine for distributing my nuts and bolts, but it has a key flaw, which is I don't often need these bolts. Maybe once every couple of weeks is when I go to this. So I normally store things in front of it, right? So I've got stuff that sits here, and that's fine. I can store things in front of it and wheel them out when I need to get at stuff. But there's one specific issue, which is that the 2 rows of nuts and washers are all at the bottom. And that means, well, the practical result of that is I'm constantly having to move stuff or like reach through things to get to the nuts and washers when they turn out to be the thing I need more than anything else on this rack. And so, dear reader, what I am going to do, and this may be obvious to you now that I've explicated the problem, is I'm going to take 2 of the racks and I'm going to shift all the bolts down, and I'm going to make a double rack here in the middle that is all the nuts and bolts. It will be a break in the layout, right? Because I've got like 3/4 all the way up to 6 inch. It goes down. I'm simply going to push this 2 rows and bring up the nuts and washers here so that I can freaking get at them with ease rather than having to move all this stuff out of the way. There are times when I think, I wish this thing moved a little faster. I think we all feel that way. And this solution, I came up with it a couple of weeks ago, literally after years. By the way, this cabinet is one of my favorite things in the cave. I built this years ago, and we'll include a link to the build in the description because it's a lovely machine. And it is a machine for distributing nuts and bolts. Stairs are a machine. They're a construction meant for making work easier. So, yeah, I'm going to, well, first and foremost, I want to color this. I want to color the 2 rows that I have. And I want to be able to see inside them. So it's going to be these 2 rows. So I'm going to move them 1.5 inches and 2 inches. Okay, so okay. It's 1/4. It's 3/8. Now we simply do a bunch of transfer. So this is going to be where I put my nuts and washers. And I am going to tape off, and I'm going to do a little bit of spraying here. Oh, hey, don't do that to me. Come on. Be cooperative. There you go. Right. I think this is the last of my masking tape. Oh, come on. Don't do it there. I still have some. Oh. I need one more. Are you kidding me? Okay. We'll go with the 3/4 because that's all I have. All right. We'll let that set just for a few minutes. Yeah. You piece of garbage. Still a few of these in here. I bought some wing nuts years ago that are the literal crappiest wing nuts I have ever seen. How crappy? How crappy are these wing nuts? All right, see this? See this? Oh. They're literally like pot metal. They're like die cast. They're WSOs, wing nut shaped objects, and into the mud, scum queen. Ooh, this is going to be so great. Fender washers. Yeah, no longer do I have to get down on my knees to get to all this dumb stuff. 5/16. Here we go. This is great. Yeah, I know I know it's a lifetime supply of nuts and bolts. Oh, wow, there's these for this one too? Oh, that one. Okay. So it goes nut, lock nut, wing nut, T-nut. I know I don't have acorn nuts. That's fine. We get T-nut, washer, and fender. And here we go. 3/8. Wing nut T-nut. Washer fender. Yeah, you notice that I don't have any split washers. Because I think they're a myth. I think their utility is a myth. I know. I'm just not doing it. My life's been fine up till now without split washers. Oh, yeah. So, now, nuts and bolts are all in, now nuts and washers are all here. It also, doing this makes it a lot easier to put nuts back. I'm not just retrieving them from here, I'm also putting them back in. And when I end up with logjam, which is a bin full of stuff that's worth too much to throw away, but not worth enough to go through the pain of sorting it all, when I go through logjam, frankly, the nuts, lock nuts, wing nuts, and washers are just way more valuable than the actual bolts, frankly. And so it's nice to have over here the exact thing of what you need. Okay, let's move some stuff back in now that I've swept. There we go. I can get the nut that I need. There you have it. I am really pleased. Now it's really clear to me where I go for my washers and my nuts and my fender washers and my wing nuts. And the reason I filmed this is because, yeah, I really wanted to talk about the shop as an adjustable beast, as a movable feast, as a machine, as an engine for creation. And frankly, everything that I do to increase the efficiency of my shop is to decrease the threshold between me and a flow state. When I am over at my bench and I need one 3/8" lock nut and I'm like, oh, I'm going to go have to move 3 things out of the way to go get to that, there's my flow being interrupted. And it's valuable to me. It actually has a direct value to me, my flow state. So this is, I've been meaning to do this for weeks. Thanks for joining me for this. This is one of the very rare real-time shop infrastructure fixes. Thanks for joining me. I'll see you guys next time. Hey guys, Adam Savage from Tested here. If you've ever seen the 6-inch ruler in inches and centimeters on my forearm and wanted one of your own, but you didn't want it to be permanent, well, today's your lucky day. You can now buy temporary tattoos of my measuring stick, my measuring forearm, at tested-store.com. Comes like this, goes on in about 30 seconds with a little water. The instructions are on the back. It comes off with rubbing alcohol, and hopefully it warms you up to the idea of permanently attaching a measuring device to your body, because I use mine every single day.